Let's talk about a molecule you've definitely heard of, especially around Thanksgiving, right? But you probably don't know the whole story. I'm talking about tryptophan.
You know that feeling. That cozy, calm, everything's gonna be okay feeling you get after a big bowl of pasta. That's comfort food. But what if I told you that feeling isn't just in your head? Nope, it actually starts with a really fascinating biochemical story. Okay, so let's properly introduce the star of our show.
So what exactly is tryptophan? Well, it's an essential amino acid. Essential just means your body can't make it, so you got to get it from the food you eat. And its job isn't just building proteins. No, its real mission, its ultimate purpose, is to go on this incredible journey from your plate all the way to your brain. And once it gets there, it transforms into serotonin, that's your mood molecule, and melatonin, your sleep hormone. Pretty important stuff.
But you know, like any great adventure, this one's got some serious obstacles. It's not a straight shot at all. Tryptophan has a ton of competition and a few really surprising detours to navigate.
And this is where things get really wild. You'd think most of the tryptophan you eat goes towards making you feel good, right? Well, think again. Get this, a whopping 95% of it gets siphoned off for other jobs, like making energy and helping your immune system. That leaves a teeny tiny fraction, we're talking just 2%, to even attempt that mission to your brain. Just 2%.
And for that little 2% that's left, well, this is where it faces its biggest challenge yet.
It's called the blood-brain barrier, and you can think of it like the world's toughest bouncer at the most exclusive club, and that club is your brain. Security is super tight, and it controls everything that gets in. To get past this gatekeeper, tryptophan has to use one and only one specific transport system.
And here's the kicker. Tryptophan isn't showing up to the club alone. It's in line with all these other, way more common amino acids, and they're all trying to get in through the exact same door, using that same transporter. It's a total traffic jam at the velvet rope.
So this brings us to this huge paradox, especially with that whole Thanksgiving turkey myth. You eat a giant high-protein meal, thinking you're loading up on tryptophan, but what you're really doing is flooding your system with all of its competitors. They just totally clog up the entrance, which makes it even harder for our hero, tryptophan, to get into the brain.
So it seems like tryptophan is destined to lose this race, right? Well, not so fast. It has a secret weapon, a very clever ally in this whole operation.
And that secret weapon? It's carbohydrates. Here's how it works. You eat carbs, your body releases insulin. Now, insulin is kind of like a special manager who comes out and tells all of tryptophan's competitors, hey, party's over for you guys, get into the muscles. But it mostly leaves tryptophan alone in the bloodstream. And just like that, the traffic jam is gone. Tryptophan now has a wide open VIP lane straight to the brain. So cool, right?
And that is the answer to our very first question. That warm, fuzzy, comforting feeling from carbs, it's not just in your head. It's the literal, real-time result of tryptophan finally winning that race, crossing into your brain, and cranking up serotonin production. It's pure, awesome biochemistry at work.
Okay, so now that we know the science, how can we actually use this? How can we help tryptophan win every time? Let's get into a practical action plan.
First things first, where do we even find this stuff? Let's check out some of the top food sources out there.
Starting off strong with an absolute plant-based powerhouse, soybeans. We're talking foods like tofu and edamame. They are absolutely packed with tryptophan.
Right behind soybeans, you've got pumpkin seeds. Seriously, they're an amazing source, and so easy to just sprinkle on oatmeal, salads, or yogurt to give yourself a nice little boost.
And of course, we have to mention the famous one, turkey. It is a great source for sure. But now we know the secret, right? It needs its carb sidekicks, like the mashed potatoes or the stuffing, to actually help that tryptophan get where it needs to go.
But wait, it's not over yet. Just getting into the brain isn't the final step. Tryptophan needs a support crew to finish the job. These are called cofactors, nutrients like vitamin B6 and magnesium. Think of them as the essential tools required to actually turn tryptophan into serotonin and melatonin.
So, let's put this all together into a game plan. You can actually build your meals to get specific results. Want better sleep? Try a bowl of oatmeal with pumpkin seeds in the evening. That gives you the tryptophan and the carbs to boost melatonin production. It's all about being smart with your food combinations.
And we'll end on that thought. It's pretty amazing, right? A simple, strategic meal can literally alter your brain chemistry, which just makes you wonder,
What other hidden connections are you missing? Understanding this stuff empowers you to make better, more intentional choices every single day.